It's all about the World Cup right now, and obviously I have the right attire for today. Let's change and get ready. New Day Northwest starts right now.
It's a new day.
Now, from the Virginia Mason Franciscan Health Studio at King 5 in downtown Seattle, this is New Day Northwest.
Happy World Cup morning, everyone. I'm Kelly Hansen, and I am so excited to be here with you on New Day Northwest, today of all days. The city is lit up with excitement as hundreds of thousands of people has descended on it to watch the best in the soccer world. I tried my best to count the people, but I lost count. Seattle was awarded a total of 6 games in this World Cup. All exciting, but USA versus Australia is the one that we're all talking about. And after years of planning, this city is serving up a good time no matter who is playing. The queen of Seattle landmarks, the Space Needle, got a World Cup glow up. Look at that. Absolutely incredible. And whether you have tickets or not, there is much fun to be had. The barges are a party, sponsored by the Sounders and the Rain. You can float, have food, have drinks, and just watch the games. Or you can just hang out in Waterfront Park. In fact, a massive network of fan zones are set up all over, from Bremerton to Olympia. And that giant viewing screen in Pioneer Square makes a lunchtime walk a real treat. But I have to say, something I really love is the Pacific Place has been transformed into the Seattle Soccer House. It's a massive, free, all-ages, immersive fan destination. There's a 70 by 40-foot screen that spans all 4 stories, plus lots of interactive events. Wow, I'm almost too exhausted to continue, but not quite, because we're dedicating this whole hour to the World Cup, the stories, the food, the history. So if I can't be floating on a barge, then I want to be right here with you all. And another one of the best places to soak in all the World Cup energy is in Seattle's Green Lake neighborhood. Atlantic Crossing has been Seattle's most famous soccer bar for 20 years. They are the official pub partner of the Seattle Sounders, and they are showing every World Cup match. Atlantic Crossing's owner, Gareth Etchells, is a very busy guy right now, but he was kind enough to stop into our kitchen to show me a fan favorite.
Hello.
Fish and chips, and that's what
Absolutely.
we've been hearing sizzling there.
Yeah.
They're frying up.
Are
How
you
do we
ready?
get going? Let's go.
All right, so we're on a time limit here. So we have 2 pieces of our fish that are almost ready to come out. We're going to leave those for a second.
Okay, what do you use too? Not cod?
We don't. We use haddock. So haddock is a lot more fatty, a lot more flavour. So if you can get haddock, cod's fine, but haddock is much, much better. It's usually a special order. But if you can find it, spend the extra money.
Okay.
Much better.
I already see something in this.
Yep, so we have our flour dredge, which is just seasoned, a little salt and pepper. So you have to dry the fish first. It's a small piece. We're making a little mini version of this because we have a very mini fryer. The Atlantic Crossing, you'll get a considerably larger portion.
Well, that's okay.
So we're going to make a little mini.
This is good for me because I'm mini.
Yeah. So before I do that, I'm actually going to take these out because these are almost ready, if that's okay with you.
Please.
Let's take these out and we're going to hold these for a second.
Then they can cool off before I taste them. Look at that.
Not the way we would typically do it, but we're a little limited for space and time.
Wow, that's amazing.
I'll take those out. Those look beautiful.
Those
and then we're gonna. This is already. There's a beautiful small piece of haddock. Again, it will be larger in real life. And we make sure it's completely dry. Wet sticks to dry. Dry sticks to wet. And then we're going to coat it very quickly.
And again, you said this is just salt and pepper in here,
that is flour and a little seasoning. So this beer batter is 50% flour, 50% cornstarch.
Wow.
It has our special seasoning in, which I swore to Aaron, our chef, I would not
Fair enough,
tell
fair
anyone.
enough. Gotta have some secrets.
Drop the fish slowly and away from you, always, so you don't splash. Wet hand, dry hand is the way I do it. So if you're doing multiple pieces, you don't get that too badly. I'm going to take this off.
And then we can do the fries?
So the French fries, and we're going to make the tartar sauce in a minute too. The French fries, these are at stage 2. We're going to go stage 3. So we actually hand cut our fries. We blanch them overnight in the walk-in fridge in water. We drain them, and then we oil blanch, which is a first fry. Then they're cooled on cooling racks in the fridge again, and then they're fried one more time to order.
Labor of love.
It's a process. They're amazing, and we're gonna finish those up. In fact, we can drop those in now.
Get the
And
frying going.
Get those going, and then we'll be ready to start the tartar sauce
Okay.
whenever you are ready to help me.
There's a lot happening
Do you mind
here.
if I move this out the way?
Not at all.
Let's do that. So you are going to use this bowl right here, and
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
2 cups of the mayonnaise.
And you've already measured everything out for me.
I know. Well, that's more.
Thank you.
Honestly, it's more for me than you, but you're welcome.
I appreciate that. Okay, so
All
we're
right, now
throwing
if
that.
I step this side, if that's okay, what we'll do is I'll kind of pass and explain as we go. So there's a teaspoon of garlic, salt, and chili peppers.
Perfect.
So this
All in.
tartar sauce will blow your mind. This is a teaspoon of Old Bay, teaspoon of paprika, and teaspoon of mustard. I know there's a lot in it, but we'll get through it. Half a cup of sweet onion.
Okay.
People buy tartar sauce. I don't know why they would do such a silly thing. House made, of course, all of this. That is our pickled shallots.
Pickled shallots.
I know.
A lot of smells going on
I
here.
know,
That's all
there's
smelling
a lot.
very good, though.
We don't need much of that. Just a couple of dashes. That's just hot sauce. So
Okay,
you can
just
use
a little,
Frank's.
just
There
a little
you go.
dash. Okay.
Beautiful.
Enough.
And the dill pickle.
Dill pickle. Yum.
There's our diced dill pickle. Are you going to be able to stir all that?
I got it. Don't worry. I'm not going to get it on my.
This is our herb mix, so we use a lot of fresh herbs at the Atlantic Crossing. Oregano, dill, chives, and parsley. We're going to use about half of this because I'm going to save some for the end for garnish and for the French fries.
Okay,
So-
you trust me to just use half.
Yeah, I mean,
Love it.
close is good. Close is good. And
All
then
right.
we're going to do 2
Oh, we're not done.
squeezes of lemon.
Yes.
And when you stir, you can smell it. It's
I
incredible.
can. All the herbs smell so good, so fresh.
And we use Newcastle brown ale
Ooh!
for our beer batter too.
Does that go in here?
No.
Too? Oh, I
It's
was
all
like,
right.
what? I'm like, this is going to be really creamy. What kind of tartar sauce are we making here?
And then I have some little
Wow.
ramekins somewhere.
Yum. Okay, how did you get into soccer? Where does this love come from?
Well, I'm from England, if you hadn't noticed.
Well, I thought,
you know,
maybe, but you got to ask. You
Yeah.
never know.
So it's been a lifelong passion. And I moved to the US in '89, and I opened the Atlantic Crossing in 2004, and we rapidly become synonymous with football, as we call it.
Yes.
Again,
Who's your favorite team? I must
I'm a
know.
Manchester United fan, which
You
is
are.
wild because we're an official Arsenal bar as well. So
How do you deal with that rivalry? You just handle
I'm
it?
trying to think of the words. Yeah, exactly.
appropriate
Well,
words
they're
for
all
this.
friends, and they're all great people, and they're all soccer fans. So we coexist nicely.
Are there a lot
Unless
of
they play each other.
Arsenal fans
Oh
too?
my gosh,
that we were
Arsenal
seeing there?
fans are our number one supporters group. The American Outlaws too, for the US national team, of course. We're the Seattle chapter for the American Outlaws.
Yeah, tell me about the Outlaws.
So American Outlaws are the largest and only officially recognized US national team supporters group. They're recognized by the US Soccer Federation. And each city, there's thousands, and each city has a chapter bar. So, all the big cities anyway. So the Atlantic Crossing, of course, is also the AO, as they call it, chapter bar in Seattle. So we expect a lot of new tourists, visitors, World Cup
And
fans
the
coming.
official pub too for the Seattle Sounders.
Pub partners with the Seattle Sounders also.
Wow,
As I said,
and then
Arsenal
with the
America.
World Cup here too.
World Cup is finally here at
How
last.
excited are you too to have this in Seattle?
I'm excited and exhausted, emotionally and physically. But we'll get through it. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my gosh,
We'll get
how's
through it.
everything
we
looking?
We are doing really
The
well.
fries
I
and
am going
everything?
to, and we are going to put that aside because we're going to use that. Let me give these, these are looking incredible. Got another
Okay.
20 seconds. Actually, we can probably just do that now. So let's
Okay,
try.
well, I can't wait to try. And while you're doing that too, tell me about the other things that people must try at the Atlantic Crossing.
Oh, our food is so good. Our chef, Aaron, is a magician. The guy's incredible. We're very lucky to have him. So we have wonderful burgers and wings and all the sort of normal common things, but then a lot of sort of British influence but leveled up dishes like the beef and stout pie, which is a bit like a shepherd's pie or more of a cottage pie actually. We have a truffle chicken pot pie. We do fancy sliders and we do amazing salads. It's very seasonal, so the menu changes
Oh, you do?
frequently. So we'll do a lot more with like burrata salads in the summer and frise salads and very Everything's very, very fresh. We make almost everything in-house. We buy locally whenever possible.
Yes.
And
I can see with all the freshness going in here.
Let
This is so good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I can't
So you
wait
really
to
should
try
check it out.
everything.
And again, you want the real fish and chips by...
It's going to be bigger,
Chef
don't worry.
Aaron. So these are going to be done, and we are going to salt. Did I bring my salt in? I don't think I did.
Is this?
Yep,
Woo!
there we go.
I was like, I can't find it either.
I bought about 35 of those containers, so it's very easy. So we're going to salt while they're hot.
Salt while they're hot.
Salt while they're hot.
Look
making
at you,
a mess.
fancy.
And then we're going to get some of those fresh herbs, which makes the world of difference.
Oh my
and we're going to sprinkle those over. We do a truffle fry too at the Atlantic Crossing.
Say
Parmesan
less.
cheese. Yeah, you really should check it out. And then we're going to give these
Green Lake too, right? For people
right
that
on
haven't
Woodlawn.
been.
Yeah, right on Woodlawn. So these are now, in
Ready
fact,
to try?
I'm going to swap containers because I've got the fish on the bottom and I want the fish on the top.
Do you want me to scoop some of this in here?
Yes, that
All right.
would be awesome.
Put me to work.
Put you to
I've never seen
work.
tartar sauce that looks like this, so it's a
incredible.
different color
It
than
is
what I'm used to.
incredible.
I can't wait to try.
It's
Let's
a little
try.
bit of paprika and it's got
yeah.
all of the yumminess.
Woo! Sign me up. That is really, really
Isn't that good?
Okay,
And then
I'm
these
going to
will be the
dive
two
in,
pieces of fish.
even if it's hot.
We do the tartar sauce, and then we'll do a little bit of lemon.
Oh my Lord. Thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely.
This is
There we
so
go.
good. I'm
Gonna
going to
finish
keep
this.
eating that while we go to break.
And
Thank
last
you,
but
thank
not
you.
least, we're going to a little bit of fresh herb.
There you go. And
We're
the fun
done.
is just getting started on this special World Cup edition of New Day Northwest. Still ahead, we are shaking up a delicious themed cocktail with Fogo de Chao. And up next, Chris Egan breaks down the biggest World Cup storylines. There he is, including the local player on the U.S. men's national team. Welcome back to New Day. I am here at the Ultimate Sports Show. This is so exciting. Chris Egan, we're here to talk FIFA.
Hey, it's
World
good.
Cup.
First off, it's good to have you here. You know, we're ready for it. I mean, this is awesome. Anytime you want to come on up here, Kelly, we'd love to have you.
Don't tell me that because I'm never leaving. The chair is so comfortable.
Comfy, and we have snacks for you as well.
There's a lot. The decor, amazing, amazing. The World Cup in Seattle. This is so big for Seattle.
I mean, huge. It's never been in Seattle before. Soccer, the #1 sport in the world. Most popular sport in the world. Let's make that very clear. That's why this is so big. It's plain and simple, and it's like the Olympics. We know how big the Olympics are. We have the Olympics on King 5. They're so big because they only happen once every 4 years. That's why the World Cup is getting so much. The history that comes with it, the countries competing against each other. I mean, there's just so much drama. We see it with the Olympics. We see it with the World Cup. I want to put this in perspective. In 2022, the finals, Argentina taking on France, 1.5 billion. I repeat, 1.5 billion viewers watching that final. Argentina ends up winning it.
Wow. Okay, and I want to talk about two of the sport's biggest stars, arguably, Lionel and Ronaldo. This will likely also be their last World Cup because rumor has it they're retiring.
Well, you mentioned Messi, 39 years old, Ronaldo, 41. When people talk about the great sport of basketball, it's always who's better? Is it Michael Jordan? Is it LeBron James? This is the same argument in the great, beautiful sport of soccer. Who is better, Messi or Ronaldo? I'll tell you this, Messi does have a World Cup title. He won one in 2022. Ronaldo does not have a World Cup title. Messi has 4 Champions League titles. Ronaldo has 5. Both are elite scorers. Messi plays for Argentina. Ronaldo for Portugal. Both have chances. Argentina a little bit better chance to win a World Cup, but Portugal do not look past them.
Okay,
so,
sleeper.
and this could be their final World Cup. A lot of people think this could be their final, 39, 41.
I still say they're in their prime, but who am I?
Well, I'm in my 50s, and I think I'm in my prime, but I'm not out there on the world's biggest stage.
I know, fair enough.
Both of these are just gigantic, enormous stars wherever they go, paparazzi, fans. So it's going to be fun to watch both of them. And if they ever face off against each other, I mean,
Lights
it
out.
could be 2 billion viewers, yeah.
Definitely. I just actually met the security guard for Messi, and wow, cool guy too, I have to say. Very exciting. He has a hard job. What do we know too about the U.S. men's national team?
Well, here's the good thing. When we talk about the group stage and the stage they're in, they're the highest ranked team in that stage. So they have an 80 to 90% chance to advance out of that. I don't think there's a lot of people out there thinking that the U.S. has a chance to win it all. Could they make it to the quarterfinals? That's a possibility. It's all going to be how they do in that group stage if they get the number 1 seed coming out of there. I also like the fact that they have a young man by the name of Christian Roldan from the Seattle Sounders on that team, Kelly. Not only are we rooting for the U.S., but we're rooting for Christian Roldan. Played 2 seasons at the University of Washington. He was on the 2022 World Cup team, now on the 2026 World Cup team. He is the glue. I mean, he's the glue of the Sounders. He's a midfielder. He kind of unites the forwards with the backfield, and love this guy. He has worked hard to see him living out his dreams, playing on the biggest stage. He's a veteran, so it's going to be fun. Hopefully he gets a little time out there. So
definitely, well-deserved. We're going to be rooting for the local guy all day. What are the big storylines that you would say, too, looking ahead for the tournament?
Well, I think, number one, this is the biggest World Cup ever. 48 teams in this draw. We already talked about one. Can the U.S. make a historic run? Everyone's going to be watching Team USA. Ronaldo, Messi, that's obviously a big story as well. Another one, will Argentina become the first team to repeat as World Cup champions? The first team to repeat since 1962. Brazil was the last country to repeat as World Cup champions. And speaking of Brazil, they've had a little bit of a drought. The Brazilians, they love their soccer, but they have not won the World Cup, Kelly, since in 24 years.
24 years?
24 years. So they've had a drought. This is the first World Cup with matches in the U.S. since 1994. That's obviously a big storyline. You talk about the top teams, Spain, France, England. You're going to hear those names. You're going to hear those countries. Spain, France, England, Brazil, very good. Argentina, Portugal. If the U.S. somehow can make some historic miracle run, this place is going to go absolutely crazy.
Bonkers.
So, yeah.
To be in Seattle right now, electric. What do fans need to know, too, about inside and outside the stadium?
Well, here's from somebody that's been to a lot of big events, from Super Bowls to Olympic Games. Please, if you are going, pack your patience. I know that's a reporter term, pack your patience. But pack your patience and prepare for long lines, prepare to wait, but prepare for some magical moments once you get in that stadium, because anything can happen in sports. When I was walking into that stadium in Italy to watch the U.S. men take on Canada in hockey, you just never know what's going to happen. It's the ultimate reality show, sports. So anything can happen during those matches. So make sure you get there early. If you want to be there an hour early, get there 3 hours early and prepare.
It's like the airport.
Yeah, because take that stress out of your day, because it shouldn't be stress. You're watching a beautiful game. It is a historic moment, and if you can go. Ticket prices are crazy. I understand, so a lot of people can't afford it, but you know what? Have some parties at home, have some fun, sit back and watch, and City of Seattle is going to be looking good.
And watch you guys, too. How can people watch Ultimate Sports Show?
Ultimate Seattle Sports Show, 10 a.m. You can watch it on Kong TV or, of course, on King 5 Plus, or go to the King 5 app as well, and it replays at 8 p.m. on King 5 Plus, too.
Thanks so much, Chris,
You
and
bet,
we'll
Kelly.
be right back with more New Day. Welcome back to our World Cup special, and with all the World Cup excitement, brands are really getting in on the action. Who doesn't want a keepsake for the memories or a festive treat to bring the fun home? Okay. So we've gathered cool and unique items that you can get your hands on. This is where New Day producer Susie Wiley comes in for our roundup.
We have got
Whoa.
what a variety, right? Okay, let's start with food, though.
Okay, chips.
Okay, chips. So Lay's potato chips, they are one of the legit sponsors. And then but this is a trophy case of chips. Comes with 4 full bags, and they've done some limited edition flavors that represent countries. What have you got?
I got Argentina-style steak.
Should we try those?
Yeah, I guess.
So you would be a winner bringing this, I think, to the party.
Oh my gosh. Okay, dive in. Oh my God.
Those are pretty good.
Whoa.
Okay.
Steaky.
So these are a lot of fun. Limited time. You can find these in the stores, but winner if you brought these, or even just the bag, but this is right here a winner.
That is hilarious. Okay, McDonald's.
Okay, McDonald's in on the action, of course. They've got the FIFA-sponsored World Cup meal. Here's the thing, though, the catch. You collect these. I think there's 9 total that you can collect. They don't tell you what you're going to get, and even the employees don't know. So open that. I got that this morning.
Ooh, a little surprise. Okay, let's dive in.
You also have to buy a full meal, too, with it.
You do?
Yeah. But I think this is interesting because the employee, when I asked which one that was, they said, we don't know.
We don't know. They're probably tired of all the questions. Okay.
Okay.
Ooh,
That's one we don't have.
Oh, wow. Okay. I like it.
Pretty cool.
Snazzy.
Okay.
Very cool.
Love that.
Top Pot Donuts, local.
Okay, so I think this is what you bring to a party if you're really going to win. This
Showstopper.
is Top Pot Donuts, the soccer field. This is special order. You do have to order these in advance. You can go pick them up at your local Top Pot. Look at that.
I need.
And even the player donuts are right there too.
I can't wait to dive in
through
on
July
that.
19th. Okay.
Now you can wash it down with something.
Yes. This is Owala water bottles. I'm new to the party on this water bottle with the free sip, it's called. This is their soccer collection, which is kind of an understated way to do World Cup or Centric.
press this
There you go.
button.
And now you just sip.
Free sip.
There's no
This is gonna blow
tilting
my
needed.
mind.
You can.
It goes after everything you think.
You don't have to tilt. You just, it's got the straw inside. These are terrific. 24 hours. They keep everything cold. I just love them because they're subtle.
Oh my God, I'm mind blown right now. You don't have to tilt. That helps your wrist. Okay, moving.
Terrific.
Let's play the Legos.
Let's play. Okay, Legos. Obviously, they're in on every cultural moment, pop culture or global, and they have a lot of Legos when it comes to World Cup. They even have their trophy Lego, which is available for $200. I've heard that Bellevue store has some of the only ones left. They keep going in and out of stock. But we have one here done by our Joseph Setner, and this is Messi. A lot of the real popular ones are the players. But how fun is that?
So cute. Stuffies are fun too.
Stuffies, this is Jazzware, and they are the ones that make Squishmallows. So you have some cute Squishmallows, as well as all the mascots.
Oh my
That's the
goodness.
US
And then
mascot.
this is for like a little
A referee hat.
referee hat.
You can wear that. Okay.
Whatever works. Now clothing. You have to look cool.
Yes, apparel, very popular, and you could go with the regular stuff that everybody's wearing. But I love Simply Seattle, local company, and they always do the big stuff, the Mariners, the Seahawks, but they put a spin on it, and they've done that with World Cup. Hold up that T-shirt right there.
Yes.
That is so cool.
Look at that.
That is one of their signature styles out right now, and I just love it. Also, this jersey is theirs too, and it's something that not everybody's going to have around the world, and it's local, and I love their spin on things. They also are carrying another brand from Visit Seattle, the Play 26. You can see the tote with the pitch here. And
this
the hats.
sweatshirt, like everything is so clean and different, and this is truly something that you can have forever and look back on this time.
I love that idea, and they're actually releasing a new T-shirt that will be in stores probably right now, and you can see the design here. Isn't that cool? When I went to pick up, it wasn't there, but this one is going to be in stores. Just another way they can celebrate without being completely obvious or having what everybody else has.
Oh my gosh, this is such a fun time. We're so close to the stadium
Absolutely.
too, so I feel like
exciting.
I need to go to a watch party and maybe bring all
the
these
trophy of
chips, maybe a donut,
And the donut.
maybe a crisp DC and one
Stay
of the cups
hydrated,
from McDonald's.
yes.
Have a sip. I don't know. Wear this hat. There's a lot going on. You brought all the goods. This was a
fun.
lot to get through, and this was so much fun. So thank you as always for
Absolutely.
being here. And I might have to take a few items.
There you
Who
go.
knows? And as the World Cup takes over Seattle, Lionel Messi's bodyguard shares how he stays sharp and the one rule that fans really should follow. You don't want to miss this, so stay tuned for more World Cup fun. Lots coming at ya.
It's a new day.
Here in Seattle, we know a thing or two about passionate fans. And with the World Cup here, security is front and center. I recently spoke with the man in charge of guarding global superstar Lionel Messi. And trust me, he brings just as much energy as the fans. I'm going to train.
Yeah, we're gonna race. Next time I go to Seattle, I'm gonna call you. We're gonna race together.
Call me. If you don't call me,
Okay.
I'm devastated.
All right.
You may have seen the viral videos of Lionel Messi's bodyguard sprinting into action when overexcited fans get too close on the field.
I always watch the sensitive sport and the players. Even during the game, if you ask me how the game is going, I don't know.
For 5 years, Yassine Checo has been by Messi's side, a job he says has changed his life.
I love him so much, like a brother. And when you do your work with someone you love, brought up from your heart, and every day for me it's a blessing.
Before joining Messi, Checo trained in mixed martial arts, an experience that shaped his discipline and his approach to safety.
So a lot of people, they think it's about strength and about power, but not. It's really my job. It's all about focus, about respect. You know, when you talk to people with respect, you treat them well, That's the most important.
On long game days, Checo says he leans on a South American drink to stay sharp.
Yerba mate, it's a plant from South America, and it gives you a boost, and it's good for your focus. I'm drinking mate now since 5 years, and really it helps me a lot. You should try, you should start.
I'm gonna try whatever you're doing is working, so I'm gonna take your recommendation.
Yeah. So
Do you
should
think
try.
I
It's
could
good.
be like you? I could run as fast if I start taking it?
Maybe we should try. We should race together one day.
Oh my gosh, don't even. I would love that. That would be a dream. With the World Cup now underway in Seattle, Checo says that energy is exactly what the city needs.
I think it's gonna bring good energy. It's gonna bring happiness to people, to bring people together, to celebrate.
And for fans hoping to meet their favorite players, he has one piece of advice.
If you wanna have pictures
Yes,
with your idol,
yes.
stay calm, because when the players they see someone too excited, not they got scared, but if you come to him like slowly with a smile and talking slow, this is the best way to have your pictures, guys.
And by the way, Messi and Argentina are the reigning World Cup champions. We'll see soon enough whether Yassine is back on the field for this year's big trophy moment. With the World Cup going full speed, Seattle is stepping onto the global stage, and the story goes far beyond soccer. From local impact to global politics, there's a lot at play. Dr. Ron Craybill of UW Bothell is the director of Global Sport Lab and a leading expert on the culture and politics of the game. Professor, thank you so much for being here and welcome.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
So you study mass media, politics, and culture, I understand. Some would be surprised to know that soccer actually plays quite an important role in your work. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I think we can think about soccer just like we think of any other form of cultural production. So we're sort of used to thinking about things like music or film as like cultural production and that people make meaning of it. But sport is the same way. And so I myself am a longtime soccer fan. And so I didn't initially intend to focus on soccer in my academic work. It sort of happened, I won't say accidentally, but a little through happenstance because my work was in South Africa. And then when South Africa hosted the World Cup in 2010, I couldn't miss the opportunity to be there. And so I took a group of students, UW students, on a study abroad, and we actually created short videos on the impact of the Cup being hosted in South Africa on local communities that were aired on Cape Town Community Television. So that was sort of the start of the whole thing. And I think what you can do is just think about soccer as like another form of cultural production where people are care about it, make meaning out of it, sort of form identity around it, and express themselves sort of culturally, politically through the sport, wearing the jerseys, their fandom, all of that sort of thing.
Makes perfect sense. So your second World Cup here now in Seattle, or
second men's World Cup and fourth or fifth total. I've been to 3 women's World Cups as well.
wow, incredible. And as we've seen with Iran and Egypt coming to play, the World Cup is political. That's a given. So is this healthy for us, though, as a nation and world, would you say?
I think I would sort of answer that as it's like any other political issue. So it's by nature political. So the question is, what kind of politics will we create out of it? Will it be healthy politics or unhealthy politics? So I think Iran coming is a super interesting example of that, right? It's totally unprecedented for 2 countries at war where one country is actually going to go to another country in the middle of the conflict for a mega event. There have been certainly examples where warring nations have gone to a third neutral site for something like the Olympics, but this is the first time, as far as I'm aware, that there's been a situation like this. And so the question becomes, what do we do with that politics? How do we think about it? Does it become an opportunity for us to sort of interrogate how do we understand what's happening? And is it an opportunity for people-to-people diplomacy, for a chance to sort of connect with folks beyond the rhetoric of the 2 governments?
Makes sense. And we're hosting games, obviously, here in Seattle, which is very exciting. My first World Cup. What are some of the social and cultural impacts for us here, the good and the not so great?
Yeah, I mean, I think, again, it depends sort of what we make of it. I think whether it becomes a net gain for the city is largely up to sort of how we as a city decide to engage with it. If we engage with it purely on FIFA's terms, I think FIFA will extract as much money as they can out of it, and if we sort of just accept that at face value, then it's not going to have great impacts for us. But I think the local organizing committee has worked very hard at making it a moment of inclusion for the city. I think the Juneteenth match is a really, really important moment to tell the world what Juneteenth is and what it means. I think the Pride match is another great opportunity to sort of put on a world stage what Seattle, how we engage with Pride. And so I think those are the moments that have real potential to really bring the city together, to make the sport more inclusive, more engaging. But then, it's also possible that we sort of use it as an opportunity to create all kinds of extra security measures that then stay in place long term that maybe aren't so good for our democracy and our society. And so I think we want to be really aware that anything we do during the Cup has long-term implications past the Cup. And so you don't want to sort of normalize something during the Cup in terms of, say, security presence and over-policing that then continues past the end of the tournament.
And you say we all watch the World Cup in different ways, but you aren't talking about physically watching it. So what do you mean?
Right. So I just mean we look at it through different lenses. So we might look at it through a very sort of our team nationalistic kind of mode, and sort of like George Orwell once called soccer war without the shooting. And so that's one option, to sort of watch it in this very sort of partisan, intense kind of nationalistic mode. It's also possible to see it as a unifying factor, as something that brings people together, that, as we welcome people from all around the world into our city, do we make them feel welcome? Do we connect with them? Do we hear their stories? Do we learn about them? You can also think about it as a struggle over human rights. You can also think of it as big business. And you can also think of it as a way of sort of rethinking the world we want it to be. And can we use the sport to breathe into existence new ways of being?
And I want to get to the last one. You are the inaugural director of UW Global Sport Lab. What are some things that you're focused on?
Yeah, so because of the World Cup coming, we've been particularly focused on the sport of I call it football, but soccer as well. But we're really interested in all the ways that sport connects to global issues. Everything you can think of as a global issue, whether it's migration, human rights, the economy, conflict, anything like that. We look at that through a lens of sport, and thinking about it through what sport both tells us about those kinds of issues, and also how sport impacts those kinds of issues. And so all the way from the grassroots sort of small town kinds of modes to the big business professional kinds of modes.
Amazing. Thank you so much for your time, Professor.
It's a pleasure.
And our World Cup special continues right after this.
We are the Next Level Lounge, the first rooftop for Fogo de Chão. When the guests come here, they can expect a great Brazilian hospitality.
Welcome to Fogo de Chão in Seattle, Next Level Lounge rooftop.
As the World Cup gets underway, one of Seattle's newest rooftop bars, Fogo de Chão, Seattle's rooftop Next Level Lounge, with Dylan to tell us more. Before we get to making something, tell us about the drink that you've created for the World Cup.
Yeah, absolutely. Here we have our World Cup drink. It's a spin-off on our most popular drink, the caipirinha. It's got a lot of flavors in it, a little sweet and spicy, just like the World Cup. So we're happy to host it.
Absolutely. How can people order from this cocktail cart? Because this is adorable.
Absolutely. I mean, we can order it up at the bar, of course, and then I'll be walking around here with the cart as well. Just offering it to tableside, make it right here in front of you. So if you're interested, come out and see. Yeah.
Well, there you go. I guess you'll have to just make eye contact with people and see if anyone's speaking to you.
That's
like, come over.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get started. We're gonna make it. How do I do this so I don't let you down?
All right, first things first, we have our glasses set up here. but we are going to muddle a strawberry first thing.
I'm a little worried that I wore white today,
No,
but
it's
it's gonna
good.
be okay.
Nice and smooth here, so you just see that?
Oh, okay.
All right,
Get the
all you.
juices flowing.
You got it.
I really thought I had to really press, but no, or maybe I do, a little more than you. Okay. You might work out a little more than Kelly Hansen. It's okay. Okay, so the juices are going.
Beautiful.
Per drink, just one?
Just one,
strawberry?
just one for the drink. Yep.
Oh, all right.
Next thing, we're going to add all of our liquors. So our first thing that we're going to do is our silver cachaça here for you. And I got this all prepped out right here.
Oh, you made it easy
Yes,
for me.
so it's just going to be an ounce and a half.
Ounce and a half.
Yes, so cachaça is definitely the most popular spirit to come from Brazil.
Yum.
And is also our most popular here, but we use Novo Fogo, almost similar to a rum, if you will.
Okay,
All right.
so I'm getting rum.
Yes.
Is this next?
Yeah, we can do that next. This is going to be our passion fruit pineapple mixture.
Ooh.
So we're gonna add 1 whole ounce of that into our
So it's all about fresh ingredients
so
too
fresh,
here.
so
Okay.
fresh, yep.
Throw that in. This is gonna be very colorful and
Really,
beautiful.
really good.
All right, what's next, my
Next thing
friend?
we're going to do a little agave. It's going to be 3/4 of an ounce of agave.
Ooh. That looks good. Okay, so a little sweet then,
Yes,
this drink.
it's a sweet and spicy drink. Yep.
Oh,
With just a hint.
like so many of us,
Yeah,
right? Okay,
exactly.
this might be Kelly's
And
cocktail.
this is where the spice is going to come from. It's our
Oh.
Anchoraise Verde. So we're just going to add a tiny bit in. I mean, it blends really, really well with all the other sweetness that we're doing it. So you'll see at the end of this, it's going to be really good.
I'm intrigued.
Right. So just a half ounce there. And then last things last, we're going to do a basil leaf, just one of them here. So
Okay, I don't peel it, nothing?
Nope, but we're going to slap it, get the
Why?
get the smell,
I
the
don't know.
flavors popping out here. Yep.
Okay, got it.
All right.
Nailed it.
Awesome. Are you ready to shake?
I don't know. How do you do it?
You're ready to shake.
Okay.
All right, we're just gonna pour it in.
Oh.
Slap the top. Nice.
Is that on?
Yep. Pick it up. Ready? Cheers.
Cheers.
Come on.
Am I doing it?
You're doing great.
Really shake it.
Really shake it.
Okay. This is a workout.
Awesome.
Are we
Pop
done?
the
Oh,
top.
that was actually kind of fun. Okay. Now this is also something. Oh, this is ice cold. I got it.
There you go.
Nobody
Perfect,
panic. I
perfect.
got it.
And then last thing, we're just going to strain it over some fresh ice
Whoa.
there for you.
The color
And
on
a
that.
Beautiful, beautiful drink here.
That is like the drink of summer.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
Okay, here we go.
You got it.
I can tell he's like,
Believe it.
oh God, oh God, oh God. Woo!
The last thing, dragon fruit on top, a little soccer ball action.
Are you kidding me?
And-
That's perfect for the World Cup.
A basil leaf here.
Okay, a little more of
Alright.
that. Look at fancy,
There you have the
fancy.
World Cup, okay?
Okay, here I go. And tell me about the NA program.
So yes, we have a really good NA program, a lot of non-alcoholic beverages here. We just released a new one, the Botanical Blossom. It's a beautiful drink. We also have a lot of other great NAs come in to ask for the Pineapple Mint Lemonade, also one of my favorites, but a huge list, so come in and check it out.
Dylan, this is incredible. 10 recommend. I feel like I'm on a beach.
It's so good.
It's so good. The passion fruit, not overly spicy,
No,
delicious.
Just a tiny kick, but that's it.
Before we leave, tell everyone about the incredible watch parties. Why is this the place to be coming up?
Yes, well, you can see the view behind us. It is absolutely beautiful here at Fogo de Chao Next Level Rooftop. It is so stunning here. We're gonna have all the Brazil games and the games played in Seattle streaming here on our rooftop. Few TVs on the projecting screen on the wall. It's going to be amazing. So
I'm going to be here as long as you have the cocktail
I
cart.
will also be here. So there we go.
Thank you so much, and we'll be right back.
It's a new day.
The World Cup is already rocking Seattle, and many of the watch parties around the city are set to the tune of our next guest. It's DJ Blast back on New Day Northwest. Thank you for being here, my friend.
Of course.
I really let you down last time you were on when you tried to teach me something, but I'm here to redeem myself.
You can never.
Tell us what you have going on for the World Cup.
I have so much going on for the World Cup. I'm honestly over the programming for everything happening at the mural stage at the Seattle Center. So every single game that's played here in Seattle will have a viewing party there. And so go out, have fun. It's completely free and it's going to be a good time. But if you want to see me, I am actually going to be at Seattle Stadium. I'm going to be there June 24th. I'm going to be there June 26th, July 1st, and July 6th for all the games in the Seattle fan fan experience, stadium fan experience.
How did you get involved with the fan experience?
Well, I'm just really happy to be put in some certain positions. DJing for the Seahawks, DJing for the Storm. I think those kind of open up the doors to be able to go to these spaces and now to be a part of history. We're here, doing the World Cup for FIFA. So I'm excited.
Oh my gosh. Well, congratulations on all the success. You are truly crushing it. You also have Blast Fest coming up. Tell everyone about it.
Blast Fest is the largest Afro Beats music festival in the United States, and we are coming back to Seattle for year 4. We are so excited to just continue to keep this momentum going. We're bringing Wizkid, the most streamed Afro Beats artist of all time. We're bringing DJ Mustard. We know the year that he had with Kendrick Lamar this past year. We're bringing Shensia, the #1 reggae artist of all time. So we're super, super excited to bring it all back to Seattle on July 18th, a Saturday at the Seattle Center.
It's always around my birthday, which I absolutely love. Dropping beats. Here we go. What do people love, would you say, about going to Blast Fest? I mean, that lineup alone is incredible.
Yeah, but it's so much more than the music. You get to fully get immersed in the culture, from the food to the activations to everything going on. Yeah, you come for the music, but you leave feeling so much more fulfilled.
And how did you get into DJing? I would love to know about that.
I moved to Seattle to work for Microsoft. It was super rainy, so I found myself in my apartment a lot. And I bought some turntables from a pawn shop. And the next thing you know, I started DJing, and then I was DJing for Pitbull, then I was DJing for the Mariners, and it just kept growing from there. Yeah, but it's a long journey of 9 years now.
Oh my goodness. DJing for Pitbull. Just drop that. Like, here we go. Name drop, mic drop. You're gonna show me something today. Oh, what are we learning?
Okay, so today we're gonna keep it really, really simple.
Thank the Lord.
So we're going to learn what it means to work with stems, right? So you're going to learn the acapella part of a song. You're going to learn the drums part of a song. You're going to learn the instrumental part of a song. And I heard that you have a favorite song by one and only Sir Mix-a-Lot, right?
I do. This is my karaoke song with choreography. You're welcome.
So when we start this song, we'll start it regular, okay? And you'll hear the words, you'll hear everything. And then I'll teach you about these 3 buttons up here and what happens when you take each of them out, okay? All right, so if you want to get the song started, just hit play. Okay.
You know it. You love it.
Okay, so you want to take out his voice, okay?
Okay.
So hit this vocal button. And now it's just instruments, okay? And then, let's just hear the beat for a second. So take out the drums too. And this is what the song sounds like fully stripped back, right? Okay, so now let's add back in his voice.
I'm like, what is that?
And so now, what is it without the drums again, right? So add it back in one last time.
Okay.
And you completely set the song right back up.
It's back, baby.
Yeah?
It's back. Wow.
And so now, you've already done the basic parts of any single mix. And that's how it goes. So literally, when you hear people mixing songs together, they're mixing these different stems. They're mixing the beats versus the vocals of another song and going back and forth. And you are literally now a DJ.
Oh my gosh, stop. Remember me, everyone. I too might meet Pitbull. How do you put together an incredible mix? Because I'm seeing so many fun songs on here.
Yeah, so everything is curated to the space, right? I feel like my job is to social engineer a room. So when I look at people and I see who's in the audience, or this is an older crowd, this is a younger crowd, do they seem to lean, more hip hop? Do they seem to lean more EDM? I'm consistently making a lot of just quick random judgment calls. What do I think this audience is most going to like? And then I try my best to tease them with certain songs to see if it's going to take them there or if I'm going in the wrong direction. And there's a bunch of songs that sit like in the middle of a bunch of genres, and you can see which way is best to go as you continue to proceed through them.
Ooh, okay, well, what would you do with me standing here to kind of mix a little something? I'm putting you on the spot.
Yeah. So again, to me, when I first walked in, I was like, okay, let's keep the energy going. Let's go ahead and start with some Pink and just be like, like we're all coming out, we're getting the party started, right? And, and then you can go from Pink, right? And you can keep it going like a lot harder, like. And you go to like some Bieber, you can go anywhere,
Let's
and
go to
just,
Bieber.
Oh, no, you want me.
What? It's like Oh my gosh. And I see you then like flipping, that's how you're able to go vocal, drums.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what is your all-time favorite song? When look at that fade too. Oh my gosh, it's like a professional here.
Only.
You can only pick one song. What is your favorite of all time that you like to play when you're DJing?
That's difficult. That's really, really hard. It depends on the audience. It depends on the experience that I'm trying to create. But if I really had my choice, right?
Yes.
The number one song that I would pick is Pursuit of Happiness. And the reason for that, again, this is, I'm primarily thinking stadium experience. I'm primarily thinking what it feels like, when we make a big play at the Seahawks Stadium, or when, the Storm do something crazy. And it's just time for a really big drop. I love hearing that. It's just a really fun feeling, and yeah, so.
Oh my gosh,
I just it's a really good time. It's nostalgia. It reminds me like Project X. It's just like a whole thing. And then when the beat starts to drop and they start going, it's a good time. It's a good time.
Oh my gosh. Lastly, any advice for young, DJs coming up?
Yeah, if I could give you any advice, just don't tell yourself no. I think there's plenty of ways that I was not qualified to get into the rooms that I was getting into, but just off of asking and trying to build connections and building my network, I was able to finally, maneuver my way in. So if you're new and you want to get into it, just try it. Let someone else tell you no.
Oh my gosh. All you need is one yes.
All you need is
and
one
look
yes.
at you, you're living your dream. Thank you so much for coming back. I have the biggest smile on my face now. That was so much fun. You're going to play us out. And thank you to you all for spending time with us today. Hit it for our World Cup special. For more New Day fun, subscribe on YouTube and be sure to download King 5 apps for free. Don't forget to enjoy your new day, and we'll see you next time.